What this say? What it do, my brother?
My guy, what's happening?
How you feeling, man?
When I'm blessed up, how you?
You know I'm good, man. It's Monday. I just was telling him it's middle school Monday, so it's only right, because you had a couple middle school hits that everybody can think about back in the day, bro.
Yeah, man, 99, 2000, 2001. That's my first run.
Exactly. So look, for those who are just tuning in, I want to welcome my third guest for this Instagram live interview. Shout out to Dash Radio, man. He is from Florida. You
Yeah.
probably had a cassette tape from him, maybe A side, B side. Goes by the name of Sammie. What's going on, bro?
What's good, King? Thanks for having me, bro.
Man, thank you for vibing out. Just like you said, man, before I get into all the current stuff I want to talk about, I want to go back in the day to
Okay.
1999. You was age 12 when you first started, man. And
Yeah.
how did you just first get started in the whole music situation?
I was in a group, actually, called the Wonder Three back when I lived in Miami, Florida. And we auditioned for like hella talent shows, and we auditioned for the Apollo. And the Apollo Theater called back, and they was like, "We want the young one." I was like 10 years old. Terrell and Phillip, they're like 15 and 16. And I never was a solo artist, so they gave me permission to go out there by myself. And I did My Sharia More by Stevie Wonder in 1998. Made it to the finals in 1999, and I got discovered by Dallas Austin and Joyce Irby.
And
That's how I.
speaking of Dallas Austin, people don't know
Yeah.
Dallas Austin is a legend, bro.
Oh, for
100% a
sure.
legend.
For sure.
And
TLC, Monica, Pink, Michael Jackson. The list goes. Christina Aguilera, Another Bad Creation, Boys to Men. Like, Dallas Austin is one of the greatest of all time. And I was so blessed to be with him at such a young age. You know what I'm saying? With that kind of talent and that creative mind and genius, you can't lose.
exactly. And it's just crazy, bro. Speaking of Dallas Austin, he was a part of a song that you can still play now. I can still play now and I rock out to it. I'm talking about I Like It. So
Yes, sir.
just being a young age and when that record came out, how was that whole excitement like being this young and you like, yo, I got this record, and then you hearing it now and it's
Right.
still
I
one of
still
them
I still
timeless
perform it.
singles,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I still perform it like it's 1999, man. It's crazy. I remember the first time I heard it on the radio, I was in Fort Lauderdale because that's why I was in 7th grade when I got my first deal. And I couldn't believe it. When you're that young, I'm going to be honest, you don't understand the magnitude of your influence and what's going on. All I knew is, I was a pretty dope singer and performer. A lot of girls liked me, and I was moving around. Like, I'm from a small city. I was born in Boynton Beach, Florida. But I was
Okay.
now in Hawaii, and now I'm in Toronto, and now I'm in Ottawa, and now I'm in all these different places, L.A. So it was just humbling, man, and it's still humbling now because it's been like 18, 19 years. I'm 31 now.
100%.
And, next year mark 20 years being professionally known as Sammie. So anytime, I never shy away from the success I had as a kid because that's what made me me. And me and my fans, I call them the Sammie lovers, we grew up together. You know what I mean? We didn't grow apart, and I'm grateful for that. Like, that kind of thing you can't buy or you can't strategically plan. It just happens. And they rock with me, and I rock with them forever. So, I Like It will always be a record that's dear to my heart. And I thank them. I was number one at the age of 12. I was the first to do that on the Billboard since Stevie Wonder, who's actually like my biggest musical influence. So God is good, bro. Super merciful.
100%, bro. And that's actually good that you still perform a song that, at a young age, we couldn't hear that song when we were younger. So just being able to understand the song now and when you
Right.
play it and it still connects with the fans,
Right.
I think that's major key. And I want to talk about Hardball real quick, right?
Hardball.
Hardball is
01.
a classic movie, bro. Did you cry when G Baby died?
Of course, man. I ain't afraid to admit that when G Baby died, that was a sad day. That was a dope experience for me too, being a part of that with Lil Bow Wow, Lil Zane, Lil Wayne, of course, and then the great Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to Social Studios, and me and Bow played one-on-one basketball. Y'all can tweet him if y'all want to. He remembers I abused him on the court. But then we went to the studio. We went in the studio and we rocked out. And this is when Bow Wow was like larger than life, and this is when Bling Bling just dropped and Lil Zane was popping. So we were like the hottest at that time, and that collaboration was amazing, man. And you know, those relationships still hold strong today. So I'm happy to see everybody doing their thing, and I'm happy for Jermaine Dupri just got inducted into the Hall of Fame as a writer. So that's crazy, and it was a blessing to be a part of that movie and that soundtrack.
I agree, bro. And you know, you had a hiatus. You dropped your sophomore project, 2006. Of course,
Yeah,
you had "You Should Be My Girl," "Come With Me."
yeah,
So
yeah.
why the long hiatus? And I also seen that in the midst of the hiatus, you actually rediscovered your foundation with God. So let's talk about that a little bit.
My first, because people think I went on 2 hiatuses, so I'm gonna clear the air. I only went on 1, which was after I Like It, Crazy Things I Do for Love, From the Bottom to the Top, Hardball, which was from 1999 to 2001. That was when I was working. After that, you know, success came so fast, and I have some of the greatest, or the greatest parents, I would say, ever. My mother, Angela, my father, Sammie Sr. Um, I was a little frustrated being a superstar and also trying to be like this normal kid. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't play Little League football no more. That's when I ended up playing basketball because they allowed me to do that. So people don't know
Right.
with success, you also sacrifice freedom. It was no more just going to the park to chill with my homies. It was no more just going to the mall. And my mom said, I don't care how much money or fame you get, you'll never be able to buy back time. You know what I mean? Bill Gates, the richest man on earth, when he died, he doesn't take those billions with him. He's in a casket 6 feet under, just like you and myself. So I'm glad my mom took me out of the spotlight and allowed me to live as much of a normal life as you can. I went to high school. I graduated in '05. I was a homecoming king. I played basketball 2 years. I was in a choir. I was in a Renaissance program. I got to experience what it was like to be a normal kid after success.
Normal kid.
Yeah, a lot of my industry peers didn't do that. So all they know is lights, camera, and action. So when the world don't love them the same, or when their music isn't as hot, or they're not charting, they go kind of crazy. They do drugs. They lash out. They get angry. Me, I found like a significance of self. Um, you know, outside of being on stage. I'm still dope if I'm not on stage. I'm still articulate. I still think I'm handsome. I still think I'm a cool cat. I still think I'm God-fearing, and I'm about love, peace, and light, even if I'm not doing music. And that's what life's about, man. Me having a talent, that's just extra. Me getting to travel and perform in front of thousands and touch millions, I'm grateful. But if you took all that away today, because it's happened to me, I'll still have my happiness. I'll still have my peace of mind. And yeah, I'm good.
And that makes you more humble too, as well, that you were able to experience that balance, like you said. And having good parents, bro, it's hard to come across, and that you had that structure to actually balance you out. Like you experienced the homecoming king. I was
Yeah.
homecoming king too, so shout out to that.
Salute.
Um,
Salute.
so now, I mean, it was actually good that you experienced that, and that helped you with your growth where you at today, though. So
Yeah, yeah. It kept me, it just made life real. You know what I'm saying? I don't get caught up in even the new success that I'm gaining now as an adult, is super dope because and I understand everything I'm doing. I take it in, but I don't get caught up in it because I understand it could be here today and gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They love Sammie today, but they can love somebody else tomorrow. And if they chose to do that, I still would be okay with myself. At 31 years old, I've achieved so much in life, you know what I'm saying? And there's much more that I want to do. But if God took me home today, like I literally had a great life. You understand what I'm saying? So it kept me humble, kept me rooted. And I genuinely, I'm at peace with everything in my life. You know what I'm saying? Creatively, personally, mind, body, and spirit. Life is beautiful.
hey, bro, you better speak on it, man, for real. So I want to talk about, refounding your, like, right now your social media is crazy, right?
Right.
So when you actually first started, social media wasn't as big as it now. So
Mm-mm.
how have you managed to maintain Sammie on Instagram, Sammie on Twitter, and you always responding to your fans too, so you're real
Got
active
to.
though.
Yeah, got to. They make me me. So, I don't understand artists that don't, because all they might say they don't. All artists read comments. If they didn't care about the comments,
100%.
you could turn the comments off. So all artists post things and they see what people are saying, but they think that I don't know if they're trying to be like celebrity or I don't know. That my mind don't operate like that. My
Right.
fans make me who I am. I wouldn't be in this house. I wouldn't have that whip outside. I wouldn't be able to provide for myself and my family without the fans. So I can't reply to everybody, but I try to show as much love or like a post or reply to a DM as much as I possibly can. But the reason why I think that I navigate so well on social media, in 2009, my ex-manager took everything from me. I lost everything. My car, my credit card, my money. I ain't have shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the God honest truth. All I had was my gift still, and I still had my name. So I started doing mixtapes, and this is before Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes. But I was on like Dat Piff, and I was on live mixtapes, and I would create LimeWire links. So I knew,
LimeWire.
LimeWire. Yeah, you can get a virus messing around with that too. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you
But
hear me?
I had to learn how to like stay relevant with just the internet. No more deals, no radio. And then God is beautiful. He knew the industry was turning to the internet. All we do, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know what I mean? Like, these are the sources that the fans stay connected with us. We really don't watch TV no more to stay connected. We really don't listen to the
Definitely
radio
don't.
anymore. We on
Definitely
playlists
don't.
now, and we on the social media. So I don't think it's ironic that Instagram, me going viral 2 years ago, was what brought me back. Shade Room posted me 2 years ago, and everything's kind of been like taking off from there. So that's the beauty of the struggle. I used to have to hate using the internet to get my music out there, and now this is where the business is. If you want to know what's going on, you have to go to the internet to find out what your artist is working on. So God works in mysterious ways, man. I just so happened to, I was already on the internet before the business turned into such a internet influence industry.
Right. And then nowadays, Instagram is your resume, bro. So you really don't need. Oh yeah, just check out his Instagram page. He keep
Right.
posting contents. He keep coming out with these cover records and just dropping these EPs, these albums, these mixtapes. So just to keep everybody connected with that. So
Right.
I agree with that 100%. And just piggybacking on, you was without a car for 3 years. You helped your mom put your little brother in school.
Sure.
You helped pay your dad's medical bills, bro. And
For sure.
that post. Not only did that post inspire yourself, but inspire other people. So just that whole feeling, being able to do that, how did that actually make you feel?
I'm gonna be honest about that post. I had no idea I was hitting my manager Skino after it started. Like, it's almost at 100,000 likes. Not even just in. And so many people that didn't see me in the streets, so I'll be riding a Jeep. They, oh yeah, that post was so profound. I really wasn't doing it necessarily to inspire. That was just me sharing my truth. I could have easily said, yo, I just bought a new car, and that. Nah, I wanted people to know really how long it took me. I didn't go buy a Range Rover. I didn't go buy a G-Wagon. I wanted an all black on black Jeep. Like, that was just what I wanted 3 years ago. So I made sure I got what I wanted. But I shared that truth because people don't know what we as celebrities and artists sacrifice. I don't clock into a 9 to 5 every day. Every day I'm Sammie the Singer. I never clock out. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted people to understand that the reason why I didn't go buy a $45,000 vehicle is because I had to utilize that money for other things. I pay for my visuals. I'm still independent. I pay for my travel sometime. I pay for the cover art. I pay for producers. I pay my manager. I had to pay my lawyer. My sister needed me, so she stayed with me for 3 years. My little brother was going through private school. My mom was losing her home. My dad had some medical issues. I'm the oldest. You know what I'm saying? I was born a king. I was raised to be like the man of the house. So my job is to put me last. Forget having a car. There's Uber. Forget having a car. There's rentals. Forget having a car. There's too many ways for me to navigate. And I'm a humble man. I don't mind starting over. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've had everything taken away from me already. My man Jasper said something real dope some years ago. He was like, yo, Sammie, the worst thing you ever want to be is famous and broke. I was that. And when you're famous, everybody just thinks, oh, shit, you got millions.
He got money. He got
He got money.
this.
They don't know the business. And then to a certain degree, it's our fault because we have to sell like this image in the smoke and mirror. I don't share that. I'm going to share with you the truth. The truth is, if I would have bought a vehicle 3 years ago, I would have been straight. My mom wouldn't have been. My pops wouldn't have been. My sister wouldn't have been. My brother wouldn't have been. And I don't rock like that. Like, I'm big on legacy. My job is to make sure that they straight. I'm the oldest. That's my job. Me, I've already driven a Benz. I've already bought the first Camaros when they came out. I already traveled the world. Now I want to share these experiences and this fruitfulness with my family. So if they're in hard times and I'm able to do it, I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to do it. And I just shared it with the world, and I'm glad that it resonated with the people like it did, and I'm glad that it inspired people. But I really wasn't even doing it for them. I really was just inviting them into my life a little more, because I wear struggle well. You're never gonna see me like on social media depressed or going crazy. 2009 was my worst year that I'm gonna ever experience in life. Now that I've overcome that, I'm straight forever,
Hey,
ever. And when I say that, I don't mean like riches. I mean like mentally, no one can throw me off. No one can throw my spirit off, because I've been through too much. And then I've overcome, and I've seen God show out so many times for me. That's why I talk about God so much. It's not because I'm like perfect. It's not because I'm like this saint. Nah, it's just like I have a case of like I can't help it. I can't help but talk about him, because he showed up for me so many times. So that's why I shared that post, and that's really the truth. That really is what I was going through at that time.
right. And I'm not even mad at that though, because I also seen, of course, certain people like, well, why would you post that? Why would you
Yeah, I see
need
that
to
too.
post this?
Mm-hmm.
And just like you said, it's not one of them situations that you're bragging about. It's one of them, all right, I'm Sammie. I want you to come into my world real quick and experience what I've been going to. So this is why I'm sharing it. I'm not sharing
Yeah,
it
I,
to
I
gloat.
saw. I saw. Yeah, I understand this though. The key to failure is trying to impress everybody. So I knew like the masses took well to that message, but there was a few like, why would you put your business out there? No, it's the truth. It's a testimony. You understand what I'm saying? I would be doing a huge disservice to me, to God, if I didn't tell people the truth. If I just act like, yo, I went viral and now everything good and success came overnight, that's bullshit. The
Right.
truth is, I suffered from depression once upon a time. The truth is, I used to take Ambien to go to sleep because I couldn't get sleep. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, life is just getting sweet again. The truth is, my ex-manager had me going crazy for a second. That's the truth. And the truth is, God brought me out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I can't hold that in. And I don't care about the little 3 or 4 or 5 comments and people saying I'm doing too much by sharing that. Nah, it's not
100%.
self-glorification. I'm giving the glory to God anyway. And I don't mind the world knowing that I wasn't always straight. And you looking at a guy who sold millions of records. But everybody has a struggle. So if they see somebody who they look up to, or somebody music that they're fans of going through it, it gives them that extra push on whatever it is they're going through in life. And that's what I'm doing it for.
Hey, I like that, bro. And just like I said earlier, you've been doing these covers. You actually did a cover When We for Tank. Let's talk about Tank's inspiration on you, his influence. Because I know at one point you co-wrote for Tank, bro. So
Yeah, that's my brother, man. Life is full circle. His fiance Zena is actually, she was my background dancer when I was 12. So I've known Zena since I was a boy.
okay.
And I've known Tank for like over a decade. I've always patted myself after him a little bit, as far as, he's a crooner, he's a singer, he sings live, he writes his own music, he vocal arranges himself. So my mentor, Troy Taylor, he kind of raised me to be the same way. I'm very self-sufficient in the studio. Like, all I need is me and my engineer, and I got it. I don't need nobody else to tell me what to do, because I've dedicated my whole life to music. So I was in LA sometime last year, and I was at his house, and Tank was at the gym, and I was about to leave after I paid Zena a visit. And she was like, oh, no, Tank want to holler at you. So, he came and asked me what I had coming up. And I was like, man, I'm dropping a single in June, and I'm going to drop my album in September. And he said, I'm coming out in September also. You want to go on the road with me? Just like that. And I was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to come
Right.
out there. And it's crazy, because you run into industry peers and they give you the industry talk, but it's not like that with Tank. Like, I didn't have to go through no red tape. It wasn't your people talk to my people. It was like,
Yeah.
little,
It was
your
just that simple connection right there.
yeah. And he embraced me like a little brother, man. And I had the time of my life, like, for that to be my comeback tour with my idol, somebody I wrote Next Breath for him back in 2012, that went #1 Urban AC. So we have a connection already creatively. And then I think, to me, it made me get on my A game. If I don't know if anybody ever seen Tank perform, he's flawless. He sings, he in the gym, he plays the piano, he's charismatic. He's a superstar. So for me to go before him night in and night out for a month straight, 20 cities, uh, it made me have to really become a great. And the people loved me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful for that and humbled by that experience. And really, I've been on many tours, the Scream tour, the Price of Fame tour, but the Savage tour was the best tour of my career thus far. Just having that experience with somebody you look up to as a big brother, and one of the best vocalists of my time, a dream come true.
Right, and it's always good touring with other, not only other artists, but older artists that you look up to, because you have a different fan base that now you're connected to. You know.
Yeah, yeah, because he brings in the older crowd and I bring in the younger, so we was just meshing our fan bases together. You know what I'm saying? And there was some shows where I had to really, really work because the older women didn't know who I was or they wasn't so familiar. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool to have to win them over. And then also my fan base is a little wide. I'm 30 now, so you have parents who's like 50 that bought their little girls back in the day. My
Back in
first,
the day, you're single. Yeah.
so it's this big connection, and we bridged the gaps with that. So when we went #1 for him, and I'm so happy for him because I know like people doubt R&B, man, and people, especially us being urban, aka black, they try to write us off in this R&B soul world, and I think we created it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to see Tank thriving still. He's still got a lot left in the tank. No pun intended.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna ask one more question before I open it up to like everybody else in the comments.
For sure.
So every week I do a different topic, and the topic actually connects to, different people, stuff that you've been through, stuff that I've been through. And I know your songs are not always about your exes, but majority of them are about your exes. So
Yeah.
if if you and your ex broke up, would you remove all the pictures of y'all on y'all Instagram, or would you even post it?
Nah. All the pictures I took with my ex are still on my page. Um, because it's still at that time it was relevant and significant to my life. I think it's a little petty. Me personally, this is me to go back and delete it. And then I don't. This was my first time really having it. It was semi-public. She would post me a lot. I would post her sporadically. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on that because to me, it's just my personal opinion. You welcome in negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of girls don't want to see me taken. I've had girls slide in her DMs in the past about like completely like lying, and then I have to kind of come back and clear my name, and it just
Clear it
causes
up.
unnecessary traffic. But if she's on my page in that moment in time, it stays there. In that time, she was my girlfriend, and I loved her, and I chose to publicly put that out there. I don't go back and delete. And I think when you do delete, you welcome people into like the saga of he's going through a breakup. I'd rather you just learn that over time. You know what I'm saying? Over time, you'll see that she doesn't post me, I don't post her, and life goes on, opposed to me making it known or throwing up subliminal quotes and doing all this shade and shit people do to welcome people into the negative parts of their life. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you on certain parts there, because now social media can ruin a relationship
For sure.
in probably about less than a minute. So if you don't post them, that's more so better. But like you say, when you do post them and you go back and delete, people gonna go back on there. Damn, what happened to
Yeah, it
so
becomes
and so?
like
I thought they was
a
just
soap
together.
opera. Yeah, it comes off as a show. I think, and I'm not afraid to post. I'm single now, but if I post my next girlfriend before that, we're gonna have a strong, 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 solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? We can take trips and all over the world and take pictures for our personal catalog, but I'm not doing it for the gram. I'm not doing it for
I'm about to
Snapchat.
say for the gram,
Yeah,
nah, maybe you can post like an arm or a leg or something,
I don't even
but
want to arm or leg it. Like me, I want to damn near post my lady when I don't propose. Like I want her to just have the
okay.
ring, you know what I'm saying? And people be like, oh
Well
shit,
said.
I didn't know you had a girlfriend. Now he has a fiance. Like I kind of want to do it that way just because I don't give a shit about the people in my relationship. I just care about my relationship. And I'm not trying to bring that negative energy, you know what I'm saying, into the relationship. And me being a celebrity, it's already a lot to date me, you know what I'm saying? And my main core audience is women. So like I like to keep things private, I share my music and I share my life, but when it comes to my love, I want to keep that to myself.
Well said. So before we get into the questions, ladies, he said he's single, so you don't gotta ask that question more
Yeah, I'm
than
single.
ten
Yeah, I'm
thousand times. My man said his DMs are open. So, but nah, if anybody got a question for Sammie, put them in the comments. I don't know. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I see some. They like
All right.
going a little
So
fast, but I can see some.
yeah. So if you see a question that you want to grab, cool. I'm gonna like look to see what people saying myself.
Okay.
Um,
Key to crazy. Talking about that.
Key to B.
Yeah. He said my DM's not open. She being selfish.
Okay. Key to shooting her shot, low key.
Do I plan on signing an artist? Yeah. I signed myself to myself back in '09, Star Camp Music. I just wanted to make sure I got back to where I wanted to be first, because my label will only be as big as I am, since I'm the first up to bat. But I definitely want to sign an actor too, and give them an opportunity that I've been blessed with all my life, which is to get their gift out to the world. And I'll be able to, I feel, to navigate them the right way from the mistakes that I had to go through.
Somebody said, when are you going on tour?
It's in the works right now. I can't say with who, but they're gonna love it. It's another R&B sensation, a great friend of mine. I call him a brother. So it's actually been in the talks for like 2 months. So we're getting close to getting the routing right and making sure the numbers is right. But I'm looking forward to hitting the road. Being that I put the album out and then the EP on my birthday, 3187 3.0, I want to take that music now on the road. Okay. So definitely there will be a tour before the year's out. Skies, what up, bro? That way. My little bro.
I mean, that's a good little question. What legacy do you want people to remember you for?
Musically, I would like for them to say I was one of the best of my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying, like, you can't be the greatest of all time. There's Marvin Gaye and Michael Jackson and Luther Vandross and all these greats. But of my time, from 1999 until I decided to hang it up, I would like to be known as one of the greatest of my time, and that I was genuinely passionate about music. I could have been like, did some cool, trendy music just to stay relevant, or I could have just dated such and such just to have my name out there. I always did it the classy way, and I always did it the slow but yet correct way, I felt, which was just being organically myself, unapologetically myself. So I would like to be known as one of the greatest of my time, but somebody who was truly passionate to the craft of music. And then just as a person, just someone who exuded love, light, and peace. You know what I'm saying? Godliness. That's how I want to go out. Somebody said, how do I know when a girl is like trying to get at me for the right reasons? That just comes with time. You know what I'm saying? I've learned saying less is actually more. Sometimes women will just speak themselves into who they are. You know what I'm saying? If they just about money, they'll just talk about materialistic things all the time. Then you know that she's more so what people call a gold digger. But just give it time and really sit back and don't speak as much. Because I also learned if you tell too much, and both men and women do this, will conform to pretend to be who you need. I call that the representative. So really, I just give it some time, and I stay attentive, and I keep my eyes open, and I pray for discernment.
And that's crazy because you actually just low key made a post about that people were talking about the whole, she got to bring something to the table more so.
Yeah. I've gone, and I take blame for this too. I remember in a relationship, my last one, I kind of needed validation. Like, I needed a woman to say I was handsome, or I was charming, or I was cool, or I was smart, blah, blah, blah. Now I don't need a woman to tell me none of that. Like, by myself, I know I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I say that humbly. And I want a woman to know, without a man to validate her, she's the shit. When you both come together and y'all have y'all stuff together, man, and you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be none of that. But if you just have your own financial comfort, your own spot, it could be an apartment, a condo, or a house, or a townhouse, just something that you can call your own. And I have my own, we can overflow now. It's not me trying to pull you up, and it's not you trying to pull me up. If we're both overflowing and something happens and we're both like somebody's hit a struggle, guess what? I got you, because I'm already up. I'm not trying to come up. Those things cause friction in relationships, and me needing somebody to validate me, that's a boy. A boy needs validation. A man should just be a man. I'm a man with or without a girlfriend, and I want my queen to be a queen with or without me. And when we come together, that's a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And it took me, my last relationship, to realize that. Like, I don't have nothing against my ex. We didn't work out simply because she needed mending and I was trying to fix her, and I needed validation and she was trying to validate me. So we started off wrong. You know what I mean? Probably if we started over, it'd be fruitful and amazing. But that's the only reason why we didn't work out. So like a light bulb hit and was like, Sammie, enjoy me time. Get the car you want, get your house the way you want it, get your credit back right, put the equity into, you know what I mean? Like, all I do is work on myself every day. So when I do decide to date somebody, I'm not going to be the problem. I'm not the weakest link because I already have my shit together, you know? So that's important to me, very important.
For sure. Hey, let the church say amen, bro. I might got to get you on one of these topics I do the week, because this is stuff I talk about too, you know, like my friends, the group chats, just like you said. A relationship isn't a one-sided situation.
No,
The whole point of a relationship is unity. And then it's a kingdom, like you said. So if you trying to talk to somebody and they really not on their shit, you on their shit, it's not no balance there, bro. So when there
it's
is
going to
a
drive you.
balance, yeah,
It'll
both of
drain
y'all
you.
are unstoppable.
It'll drain you. So while you're filling them up, you're draining yourself. So now you're the one a little grumpy and you got an attitude, but you got an attitude because you have to give so much of yourself to your partner. I believe a partner should be help and an asset, not a liability. You know what I'm saying? Not a child that I got to take care of. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a woman and I'm a man and we're going to be great. I just see it so clearly, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not settling. I'm not sacrificing. I don't care who you are. Like, I'm going to push you to be the best version of yourself. And I would want you and expect you to do the same.
Well said, bro. So we can do one more question and then, yeah, we can wrap up the interview.
Salute, salute.
Oh, dang. Thought I seen the question though. All right, so I'm gonna. Damn, where'd it go? All right, here we go. We can do this one. She said, "Do you look for love or you let it come to you, or does the female have to be known or in the spotlight for you to date her?" Boom.
That's a good question. Absolutely, girls think that all the time. I get that in my DMs. Like, if you would stop talking about the Instagram models, I never dated a it girl ever. I had 3 girlfriends. One went to Spelman for 4 years. She moved to DC, so that's why we broke up. One worked for City Hall. Another one was a banker. You know what I'm saying? I like the laid back, low key girl. Actually, the 9 to 5, career driven, not doing the most for likes or the gram. I like that girl. I don't like my girls never had like 500,000 million followers. And there's not nothing wrong with them either. Like, do your thing. I'm laid back. And I'm enough. I have enough attention. I really don't try to bring that traffic. As far as looking for love, I say I'll be open to it. You know, I think I'm open for love, of course, because that's my happy ending. I want a wife. I want children soon and stuff like that. So I'm open for it, but I don't go looking for it. Right now, in this space I'm in, I'm legit working on myself every day. All I do is scope myself. I like this about myself, so I'm gonna intensify that. I don't like that, so I'm trying to kill that. That's all I'm doing in this season. But I'm definitely open to finding my equal. You know, it says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. So that's what I want ultimately, because I feel like when I do find her, everything I'm doing is gonna intensify because she's gonna be my equal and make me better.
Hey, you better speak the truth, bro. So let me see. To piggyback, a couple people said, "Is he still doing shows?" Yes, he's still doing shows.
Yeah, you
He's
know,
in the process of doing another tour with an R&B artist that's in the works. He got a new project that he dropped on his birthday. It's out right now.
187 3.0. Get that.
Get that. Coming of Age is still out there. You just dropped the video to expiration date. So, you know, if y'all haven't seen that, make sure y'all go watch that.
Yeah, we shoot and get right next off the EP. And then I'm gonna shoot Tsunami, and then before the year over with, I'm gonna shoot Daddy, and before the year over with, I'm gonna shoot Confessional. Like now that the music's out there, and I feel like it's just a great body of work between both projects. I just want to drop some visuals to expand the life of the project while I'm touring. So you know, I have this thing though. Every visual has to hit at least 1 million. So when y'all make sure y'all go to Vivo and check out